Chosen ones, God is risking it all to speak truth directly into your life right now. And this insider update is a message you were destined to hear. The heavens are aligning, and the Creator is pulling back the veil to reveal secrets meant for you alone. This isn't just another moment. It's a divine appointment, a sacred whisper from the universe calling you to rise, to see, to stand firm in the truth that's about to unfold. Your spirit already feels it, doesn't it? That stirring deep within, that knowing that something monumental is breaking open. This truth isn't gentle or soft. It's raw, unshakable, and alive with power. God is moving mountains to reach you, cutting through the noise of this world to deliver a message that could shift your entire existence. You're not here by chance. You're here because you're chosen, marked by divine purpose. And the truth you're about to receive is a key to unlock what's been hidden from you. So pause for a second, hit that like button, and type 777 in the comments below to declare you're ready for this revelation. That number carries the energy of divine alignment, a signal to the heavens that you're open to what's coming. The world around you is shifting. You see it, don't you? The chaos, the lies, the distractions, they're all part of a system designed to keep you small, to keep you blind to the greatness within you. But God is stepping in, risking everything to pull you out of that fog. He's whispering truths that the world doesn't want you to hear, truths that could unravel the chains holding you back. You're not just another face in the crowd. You're a chosen one. A soul with a mission so powerful it threatens the very systems built to suppress it. This message is urgent. The truth God is revealing could be silenced, buried under layers of noise and control. That's why you need to stay with me to hear every word, to let this sink into your bones. The Creator is taking a stand for you, fighting through the clutter of this world to make sure you know who you are. You're not meant to shrink. You're not meant to doubt. You're meant to rise into a purpose so bold it shakes the foundations of everything around you. Type 777 in the comments again. Let the universe know you're claiming this truth. Picture a moment in history when truth broke through against all odds. Think of Moses standing before the Red Sea, the waters parting when every logical mind said it was impossible. That's what's happening for you now. God is parting the seas of confusion, doubt, and fear in your life. He's clearing a path for you to walk through, not because you earned it, but because you were chosen for it. The truth He's revealing isn't just words. It's a roadmap, a divine blueprint for the life you were always meant to live. This isn't about chasing fleeting success or temporary wins. The truth God is risking everything to share is eternal. It's about your soul, your purpose, your undeniable place in His plan. You've felt the weight of the world pushing against you, haven't you? The struggles, the setbacks, the moments when it seemed like every door was slammed shut. But those weren't accidents. They were tests refining you, preparing you for this very moment when the truth would come rushing in like a flood. God's message to you is clear. You are not what the world says you are. You're not defined by your mistakes, your fears, or the limits others try to impose. You are a divine creation, a spark of eternity walking this earth. The truth He's sharing is a reminder of your power, your calling, your unshakable connection to something greater. You'll join thousands of chosen souls by subscribing to this channel, and let's walk this path together. Your presence here is no coincidence. It's a step toward your destiny. The enemy doesn't want you to hear this. The forces of darkness are trembling because you're waking up to who you truly are. They've tried to keep you distracted, filling your mind with doubts, fears, and endless noise. But God is louder. His truth cuts through like a sword, piercing the lies that have held you back. You're not just surviving, you're thriving, stepping into a season where every promise He made to you begins to unfold. Type 777 in the comments one more time to seal this moment, to let the heavens know you're ready. This truth isn't just for you. It's for the world you're meant to impact. God is revealing secrets not so you can hoard them, but so you can shine. Your life is a testimony, a living proof of His power and love. Think of David, a shepherd boy who faced a giant with nothing but a sling and a stone. The world saw weakness, but God saw a warrior. That same divine vision is on you now, seeing the strength others overlook, the purpose others can't comprehend. The truth God is risking everything to tell you is this: you were born for such a time as this. Every struggle you faced, every tear you've shed, every moment you thought you couldn't go on, it was all leading to this. You're not just standing on the edge of change. You're stepping into a new reality where His promises become your reality. The gates of heaven are open, and the blessings reserved for you are pouring out. Stay with me, because this is only the beginning. Let's talk about what this truth means for your life right now. It's not abstract or distant. It's practical, immediate, and transformative. God is showing you the path to financial freedom, not because money is the goal, but because it's a tool for your purpose. He's opening doors to relationships that align with your destiny, connections that will lift you higher. He's restoring your health, your energy, your joy, because you were never meant to live in lack. This is the Insider Update. God is moving, and He's moving for you. The world might try to censor this truth, to drown it out with distractions or doubts. But you're not swayed by that. You're chosen. And that means you see through the lies. You know the difference between the world's noise and God's voice. His truth is a fire in your soul, burning away every doubt, every fear, every chain. You're not just hearing this message, you're living it. Your life is becoming a beacon of what's possible when you align with divine truth. Think about Esther, a woman who seemed ordinary until God revealed her purpose. She stood before a king, risking everything to speak truth, and in doing so, she saved a nation. That's the kind of power you carry. God is placing you in rooms where your voice matters, where your presence shifts outcomes, where your truth changes lives. This isn't about ego or pride. It's about stepping into the role you were created for, a role that's bigger than you ever imagined. This truth comes with a responsibility. God isn't just handing you answers to keep them to yourself. He's trusting you to carry this light into the world, to be a living example of His love and power. Every step you take in this truth is a step toward fulfilling your purpose. You're not just changing your life, you're changing the lives of those around you, your family, your community. The strangers who see your light, they're all touched by the truth you embody. Let's pause for a moment. If this is resonating with you, if you feel this truth stirring something deep inside, hit that like button and type 777 in the comments. It's not just a number, it's a declaration that you're standing in this moment, claiming the truth God is revealing. And if you're ready to walk this path with others who feel the same, subscribe to join thousands of chosen souls. Together, we're building a community of light, a force that can't be silenced. The truth God is risking everything to share isn't just about what's coming. It's about who and you're becoming. You're shedding the old, the doubts, the fears, the versions of yourself that no longer serve your purpose. God is sculpting you, refining you, making you a vessel for His glory. You're not just stepping into blessings. You're stepping into a new identity, one that radiates with divine purpose and unshakable confidence. The enemy will try to pull you back. They'll whisper lies, stir up doubts, point to your past mistakes. But those lies have no power over you anymore. God's truth is your shield, your sword, your foundation. You're not defined by what you've done or what's been done to you. You're defined by His love, His plan, His calling. And that calling is to rise, to shine, to be the chosen one He always knew you could be. This Insider Update is a wake-up call. God is moving in ways you can't yet see, aligning people, resources, and opportunities to meet you exactly where you are. The truth He's sharing is a map to your future, a guide to the life you were always meant to live. You're not waiting for permission or approval. You're stepping into what's already yours. The heavens are open, and the blessings are flowing. Are you ready to receive them? The world around you is full of noise, but God's voice is clear. He's speaking directly to you, cutting through the chaos to remind you of your purpose. You're not here to blend in. You're not here to play small. You're here to change the game, to rewrite the story, to show the world what happens when a chosen one steps into their truth. This is your moment, and God is risking it all to make sure you don't miss it. Let's talk about what this looks like in your everyday life. The truth God is revealing isn't just spiritual, it's practical. It's showing up in the way you make decisions, the way you carry yourself, the way you face challenges. You're not reacting out of fear anymore. You're moving with purpose, with clarity, with a confidence that comes from knowing God is with you. Your finances, your career, your relationships, they're all aligning with His plan. Think of Joseph, yet rising to become a leader in Egypt. His life wasn't easy, but every hardship was a step toward his purpose. God's truth sustained him, guided him, elevated him. That same truth is guiding you now. Every closed door, every delay, every struggle, it's all part of the journey to where you're meant to be. Trust the process because God is in it. This truth is a fire that burns away the lies you've been told about yourself. You're not too broken, too old, too young, too anything to fulfill your calling. God's truth says you are enough exactly as you are. He's not waiting for you to be perfect. He's working through you right now in this moment with all your flaws and all your strengths. That's what makes you chosen. The world might try to censor this message, but it can't stop what God has started. His truth is unstoppable, and so are you. You're not just hearing these words, you're living them. Every step you take, every decision you make, every moment you choose to trust in His plan. You're walking in the truth. He's risking everything to share. This is your insider update, and it's only the beginning. Let's talk about the doors that are opening for you. God's truth isn't just words. It's action. It's opportunities showing up when you least expect them. It's people entering your life who see your value, who believe in your vision. It's resources flowing to you, not because you chase them, but because God ordained them. You're stepping into a season where the impossible becomes possible, where the things you've prayed for start becoming real. The truth God is sharing is a call to action, not to strive or struggle, but to trust, to walk boldly into the spaces He's prepared for you. You're not waiting for a miracle, you're living in one. Every breath you take, every step you make is a testament to His power working through you. You're not just a spectator in this story. You're the main character chosen for a purpose that's bigger than you can imagine. Think about the woman at the well, an outcast who met Jesus and found her purpose in a single conversation. Her past didn't define her. His truth did. That's what's happening to you now. God is meeting you where you are, speaking truth into your life and transforming your story. You're not bound by what was. You're free to step into what is and what will be. This insider update is a reminder that God's truth is your foundation. It's the rock you stand on when the world shakes. It's the light that guides you when the path is dark. It's the strength that carries you when you feel weak. You're not just chosen. You're empowered, equipped, and ready for everything He's calling you to do. Stay with me, because this truth is about to change everything. The enemy is scared because you're waking up. They've tried to keep you in the dark, to make you question your worth, your purpose, your power. But God's truth is breaking through, shining light on every lie, every doubt, every fear. You're not just stepping into a new season. You're stepping into a new reality, one where His promises are your reality, where His truth is your strength, where His plan is your future. Let's talk about what this truth means for your future. It's not just about today. It's about tomorrow, next week, next year. God is setting you up for a legacy, a life that leaves a mark, a story that inspires generations. You're not just living for yourself. You're living for the people who will be touched by your light, the ones who will see your journey and find hope. This is the power of being chosen. The truth God is risking everything to share is this: you were never meant to settle. You were never meant to live small, to accept less, to believe you're anything less than extraordinary. His truth is a call to rise, to shine, to be the light in a world that desperately needs it. You're not just hearing this message, you're becoming it, living it, embodying it in every step you take. This insider update is a turning point. God is moving, and He's moving for you. The heavens are open, the truth is flowing, and your life is about to reflect His glory in ways you never imagined. Stay with me, because we're just getting started. The truth He's risking everything to share is about to unfold in ways that will leave you in awe. Let's talk about the fire. This truth is igniting in you. God's message isn't just words. It's a spark, a flame that's catching hold of your spirit, burning away every doubt, every hesitation, every shadow that's tried to dim your light. You're not just hearing this insider update. You're feeling it deep in your core, like a wildfire spreading through dry grass. This is the moment where you stop questioning and start claiming, where you stop wondering and start walking in the power God has placed within you. The truth He's risking everything to share is a call to action, but not the kind the world expects. It's not about hustling harder or proving yourself to anyone. It's about standing still in His presence, letting His truth reshape your mind, your heart, your vision. You're not chasing success anymore. You're receiving it because God has already laid it out before you. The path is clear. Even if the world tries to cloud it with distractions, you're chosen, and that means you walk with divine clarity. Picture Noah building an ark while the world laughed. They called him crazy, mocked his faith, dismissed his vision. But when the rains came, his truth stood firm. That's you right now. God's truth is your ark, your foundation, your unshakable certainty in a world that doubts. Naysayers, the skeptics, the ones who try to pull you down, they don't see what you see. They don't know what you know, but you do. And that's why you keep moving forward. This truth is a shield against the chaos. The world throws storms at you, bills piling up, relationships straining, dreams feeling out of reach. But God's message cuts through it all, reminding you that you're not defined by circumstances. You're defined by His promise, His plan, His power. You're not just surviving these storms. You're standing in the eye of them, calm, centered, and ready for what's next. His truth is your anchor, keeping you steady when everything else shakes. Let's talk about the vision God is planting in you. This insider update isn't just about hearing truth. It's about seeing it, envisioning a future where His promises are your reality. Close your eyes for a moment and picture it. A life where fear doesn't hold you back, where lack doesn't define you, where every step you take aligns with His purpose. That's not a dream. It's a glimpse of what's already yours, waiting for you to claim it with every ounce of faith you've got. The enemy hates this vision. They'll try to cloud it with doubt, whisper that it's too big, too far, too impossible. But God's truth is bigger than their lies. It's a vision of abundance, not just in money or things, but in peace, in purpose, in impact. You're not just meant to live. You're meant to thrive, to create, to leave a mark that echoes through generations. This is the truth God is risking everything to show you, and it's yours to embrace. Think of Abraham called to leave everything familiar for a land he'd never seen. He didn't have a map, a guarantee, or a safety net. Just God's word, and that was enough. His faith turned a promise into a nation. Your faith is doing the same. Every time you choose to trust, to believe, to step forward despite the unknown, you're building something bigger than yourself. You're laying the foundation for a legacy that will outlive you. This truth is a weapon sharper than any sword, stronger than any force the world can throw at you. It cuts through lies, breaks down walls, opens doors that seemed locked forever. God is handing you this weapon not to fight battles you can't win, but to claim victories already secured. You're not fighting for your place. You're stepping into it with the full authority of a chosen one, backed by the Creator of the universe. Let's talk about the courage this truth demands. It's not easy to stand in a world that tries to pull you down, to believe in a promise when everything around you screams doubt. But you're not ordinary. You're chosen. And that means you carry a courage that defies logic, a strength that comes from knowing God is with you. Every step you take in this truth is a declaration that you're not afraid, that you're ready for what's coming. The world might try to silence this message, to bury it under layers of noise and distraction, but God's truth is unstoppable. It's a river breaking through a dam, a light piercing the darkest night. You're not just hearing it, you're carrying it, living it, becoming it. Every choice you make, every action you take is a reflection of this truth. You're not just a bystander. You're a force, a chosen one, reshaping the world around you. Think of Daniel in the lion's den. The world expected him to be torn apart, but God's truth kept him safe. His faith didn't just save him. It showed a king the power of the Creator. That's what your life is doing right now. Every time you stand firm, every time you trust in this truth, you're showing the world what's possible. You're not just surviving, you're shining, proving that God's promises are real, that His truth is alive. This insider update is a turning point, a moment where you decide to stop playing small and start living bold. God is risking everything to get this truth to you, to make sure you know who you are, what you're capable of, what's waiting for you. You're not just stepping into a new day, you're stepping into a new destiny, one where every promise, every dream, every hope becomes real. Stay with me because this truth is about to unfold in ways you can't even imagine. Let's talk about the freedom this truth brings. It's not just about breaking chains. It's about living from the weight of fear, the burden of doubt, the pressure to be anything other than who you were created to be. You're not bound by the world's expectations anymore. You're not limited by what others think you can do. You're free to be the chosen one. He always knew you could be. The enemy will try to pull you back into those old patterns, those old ways of thinking. They'll remind you of past failures, old wounds, moments when you felt small. But God's truth is louder. It says you're not that person anymore. You're not defined by what was. You're defined by what is. By the divine spark within you, by the purpose He's placed in your heart. This truth is your liberation, your key to a life without limits. Think of the woman who touched Jesus' cloak in a crowd. She was desperate, broken, outcast, but she believed in His power. One touch, one moment of faith, and her life was changed forever. That's what this truth is for you. A single moment of belief that shifts everything. You're not reaching for something far away. You're touching the hem of His truth right now, and it's transforming you from the inside out. This insider update is a call to see yourself as God sees you. Not as the world sees you, not as your fears see you, but as the Creator of the universe sees you, a chosen one, a masterpiece, a force of light and love. His truth is rewriting your story, reshaping your future, realigning your life with His plan. You're not just hearing this, you're stepping into it, living it, becoming it with every breath you take. Let's talk about the impact you're destined to make. God's truth isn't just for you. It's for the world around you. Your life is a ripple, a wave, a force that changes everything it touches. The way you walk, the way you speak, the way you carry this truth, it's inspiring others, even when you don't see it. Your courage, your faith, your refusal to back down. It's lighting a fire in hearts you may never meet. The enemy knows this. That's why they're desperate to stop you, to silence this truth before it spreads, but they're too late. God's message is already in you. Alive, burning, unstoppable. You're not just a chosen one. You're a catalyst, a spark that ignites change wherever you go. Your life is a testimony to what happens when truth meets faith, when purpose meets action, when God's plan meets a willing heart. Think of Ruth, a woman who left everything behind to follow a God she barely knew. Her faith didn't just change her life, it changed history, placing her in the lineage of Jesus. That's the kind of legacy you're building right now. Every step you take in this truth is planting seeds for a future you can't yet see. A future where your life becomes a story of hope, of triumph, of divine power. This truth is your foundation, your strength, your guide. It's not just words. It's a living force moving through you, shaping you, preparing you for what's next. God is risking everything to make sure you hear it, to make sure you know who you are, to make sure you step into the life He's prepared for you. You're not just chosen, you're unstoppable. And this insider update is just the beginning of what's coming. Stay with me, because there's more to this truth than you can imagine. Let's talk about the clarity this truth brings to your path. God's message is like a lantern in the darkest night, cutting through the fog of confusion that's tried to cloud your vision. You've walked through moments where the road ahead seemed blurry, where choices felt heavy, where the world's noise drowned out your inner voice. But now His truth is sharpening your focus, illuminating every step, showing you exactly where to place your feet. You're not wandering anymore, you're walking with purpose. The world wants you to stay lost, to question every move, to doubt every instinct. But God's insider update is rewriting that narrative. He's giving you eyes to see what others miss, a heart to feel what's true, a mind to discern what's real. This truth isn't just a feeling. It's a compass guiding you through decisions, relationships, and opportunities with a precision that feels almost supernatural. You're not guessing anymore. You're knowing because God is leading you. Think of Elijah standing alone on Mount Carmel, facing a crowd of doubters. The world expected him to fail, but God's truth gave him clarity to call down fire from heaven. That's the kind of certainty you're stepping into now. When you align with His truth, you don't just hope for miracles. You expect them. Your prayers, your actions, your very presence carry the weight of divine authority because you're walking in the light of His word. This clarity isn't just for the big moments. It's in the small choices, the daily steps, the quiet decisions that shape your life. God's truth is showing you which doors to walk through, which battles to fight, which burdens to let go. You're not second-guessing yourself anymore. You're moving with a confidence that comes from knowing the Creator is whispering in your ear, guiding you toward a future that's already yours. Let's talk about the strength this truth is building in you. It's not just about standing tall. It's about standing unbreakable like a tree, rooted deep in the earth, unshaken by any storm. The world has thrown challenges at you, moments that tested your resolve, times when giving up seemed easier than pushing forward. But God's message is forging something new inside you, a resilience that doesn't just endure, it thrives. The enemy wants you to feel weak, to believe you're not enough, to think the weight of the world will crush you. But God's truth is a reminder that your strength doesn't come from you. It comes from Him. You're not carrying this load alone. His power is flowing through you, giving you the courage to face anything, the endurance to outlast any trial, the faith to keep going when the road gets rough. You're not just surviving, you're conquering. Think of Nehemiah rebuilding Jerusalem's walls while enemies mocked and threatened him. Every stone he laid was an act of defiance, a testament to the strength God gave him. That's what's happening in your life now. Every step you take, every challenge you face is a stone in the wall of your destiny. God's truth is your mortar, holding it all together, making you stronger with every move you make. This strength isn't loud or showy. It's quiet, steady, unshakable. It's the kind of strength that doesn't need to prove itself, because it's rooted in divine certainty. You're not fighting for approval or validation. You're building a life that reflects His glory. And with every brick you lay, every obstacle you overcome, you're showing the world what happens when a chosen one stands firm in God's truth. Let's talk about the peace this truth brings. Not the fleeting kind that comes and goes with circumstances, but a deep, unshakable peace that settles in your soul. The world is loud, chaotic, full of demands that pull you in every direction. But God's insider update is a quiet anchor, a still point in the storm, reminding you that you're held by something greater than the chaos around you. This peace isn't about everything being perfect. It's about knowing that even in the mess, even in the struggle, God is with you. His truth is a promise that you're not alone, that you're not forgotten, that every step you take is guided by His hand. You can rest in that, breathe in that, live in that. It's a peace that lets you sleep at night, knowing the Creator is watching over you, working all things for your good. Think of Jesus sleeping in the boat while the storm raged around Him. His disciples panicked, but He was at peace because He knew the truth of His Father's power. That's the peace you're stepping into now. The storms of life might rage, but you're calm because God's truth is your foundation. You're not shaken by what you see because you trust in what you know. His promises are true and they're yours. This peace changes how you move through the world. It's in the way you speak, the way you listen, the way you carry yourself. People notice it even if they can't name it. They see the calm in your eyes, the steadiness in your steps, the quiet confidence that comes from knowing God is risking everything to speak this truth to you. You're not just living, you're radiating His peace, and it's drawing others to you. Let's talk about the connections this truth is bringing into your life. God's message isn't just about you. It's about the people He's aligning you with. The ones who see your light, who share your purpose, who lift you higher. The world might try to isolate you, to make you feel alone in your journey. But God's truth is a magnet drawing the right souls to you, creating a community of chosen ones who walk together in His light. These connections aren't random. They're divine appointments orchestrated by the Creator to help you fulfill your calling. The friend who encourages you, the mentor who guides you, the stranger who speaks a word that changes everything. These are God's gifts, woven into the fabric all of His truth. You're not walking this path alone. You're part of something bigger, a tapestry of lives knit together by His purpose. Think of Jonathan and David, two souls bound by a covenant of loyalty and faith. Their friendship wasn't just personal, it was divine. A bond that strengthened them both for the battles ahead. That's what God is doing for you now. He's bringing people into your life who see your worth, who believe in your vision, who stand with you as you step into your destiny. These connections are part of His truth, part of the plan He's risking everything to reveal. These relationships will change you. They'll challenge you, inspire you, push you to be more than you thought possible. They'll reflect God's truth back to you, reminding you who you are. When the world tries to make you forget. You're building a legacy, a network of souls who carry His light, who amplify His truth, who prove that the chosen ones are never alone. Let's talk about the abundance this truth unlocks. God's message isn't just about spiritual freedom. It's about practical provision, about doors opening to resources you didn't see coming. The world wants you to believe in lack, to live in fear of not having enough. But God's insider update is a promise of overflow, a reminder that His supply is limitless, that His blessings are already on their way to you. This abundance isn't just about money. It's about time, energy, opportunities, everything you need to live the life He's called you to. You're not scraping by anymore. You're stepping into a season where provision flows, where needs are met, where dreams become reality. God's truth is the key that unlocks this abundance, showing you that you were never meant to live in scarcity, but in the fullness of His grace. Think of the feeding of the 5,000, when Jesus took a few loaves and fish and turned them into a feast for a multitude. That's what God's truth does in your life. It multiplies what you have, stretches what seems small, turns your little into more than enough. You're not limited by what you see in front of you. You're empowered by what He's promised. And His promises are always greater than your circumstances. This abundance changes how you see the world. You're not worried about running out because you know God's supply is endless. You're not afraid to give because you trust He'll give back. You're not holding back because you know His truth is leading you to a life of overflow. You're a chosen one, and that means you live in the reality of His abundance every single day. Stay with me because this truth is only growing brighter. Let's talk about the transformation this truth is sparking in your spirit. God's message is not just a light in the darkness. It's a catalyst reshaping you from the inside out. You've carried burdens, doubts, and old versions of yourself for too long. But His truth is stripping those away, revealing the chosen one you were always meant to be. This isn't just a change. It's a rebirth, a divine shift that's making you stronger, bolder, more aligned with His purpose than ever before. The world tries to keep you tethered to who you were, to the mistakes you made, to the fears that held you back. But God's Insider Update is rewriting that story. He's showing you a version of yourself that's fearless, unshakable, radiant with His glory. You're not just shedding old habits or thoughts. You're stepping into a new identity, one that reflects the divine spark He placed within you. This truth is your mirror showing you who you really are. Think of Paul. Once Saul, a man transformed by a single encounter with God's truth. He went from persecuting believers to becoming one of the greatest apostles, all because he embraced the truth that changed everything. That's what's happening to you now. God's message is turning your past into a testimony, your struggles into strength, your doubts into unshakable faith. You're not who you were, you're who He's calling you to be. This transformation isn't just for you. It's a signal to the world that God is at work. People will see the change in you, the way you carry yourself, the way you shine. They'll wonder what's different, what's fueling this new fire in your eyes. It's His truth burning bright, remaking you into a vessel of His love and power. You're not just living, you're becoming a living proof of what's possible when God speaks. Let's talk about the authority this truth gives you. God's message isn't just information. It's a mantle, a divine empowerment that sets you apart. You're not just walking through life anymore. You're walking with purpose, with a calling that carries weight. The world might try to make you feel small, but God's truth declares you're a force, a chosen one, with the authority to shift atmospheres, to break chains, to open doors. This authority isn't about control or pride. It's about knowing who you are in Him, standing firm in His promises, and moving with the confidence that comes from divine backing. You're not asking for permission anymore. You're claiming what's yours. The enemy trembles at this because they know a chosen one who walks in God's truth is unstoppable. You're not just a person, you're a movement, a spark that ignites change. Think of Deborah, a judge and prophetess who led with unshakable authority. She didn't wait for approval or shrink from her calling. She spoke truth, led armies, and changed the course of history because she knew God was with her. That's the kind of authority you carry now. His truth is your mandate, giving you the power to speak, to act, to lead in ways that leave the world in awe. This authority changes how you face challenges. You're not intimidated by closed doors or impossible odds. You know that God's truth is your key, your weapon, your guide. Every step you take carries His power. Every word you speak echoes His purpose. You're not just navigating life. You're shaping it, claiming it, living it, with the boldness of a chosen one who knows their place in His plan. Let's talk about the hope this truth plants in your heart. Not the fleeting kind that fades with disappointment, but a deep, enduring hope that anchors you through every storm. The world might try to steal your joy, to make you feel like your dreams are too big, your goals too far. But God's insider update is a promise that your future is bright, that His plans for you are good, that every step you take is leading to victory. This hope isn't blind optimism. It's rooted in the certainty of His word, the knowledge that He's risking everything to get this truth to you. You're not hoping for something that might happen. You're expecting something that's already on its way. His truth is a seed planted deep in your soul, growing into a life of purpose, abundance, and joy that nothing can uproot. Think of Hannah, who prayed for a child through years of barrenness. Her hope didn't waver because she trusted in God's promise. And when Samuel was born, her faith became a testimony that changed a nation. That's the hope you carry now. A hope that doesn't just wait, but expects, believes, and receives. God's truth is fueling that hope, reminding you that what He's promised, He will deliver. This hope changes how you see the world. You're not discouraged by setbacks or delayed answers. You know that every moment is part of His plan. Every delay is set up for something greater. You're not just hoping for a better day. You're living in the certainty that your best days are ahead because God's truth says so. You're a chosen one, and hope is your birthright. Let's talk about the vision. This truth expands in your mind. God's message isn't just about where you are, it's about where you're going. He's lifting the veil, showing you possibilities you never dared to dream, opportunities you never thought possible. The world might try to limit your imagination, to box you into what's realistic or safe. But His truth is stretching your vision, showing you a future that's bigger, bolder, brighter than anything you've seen. This vision isn't just daydreams or wishful thinking. It's a divine blueprint, a glimpse of the life God has prepared for you. You're seeing doors where others see walls, opportunities where others see obstacles, purpose where others see chaos. His truth is opening your eyes to a world where miracles are normal, where abundance is your reality, where your life becomes a testament to His power. Think of Joseph, dreaming of stars and Sheev bowing to him long before he became a ruler. His vision seemed impossible, but God's truth sustained it through slavery, betrayal, and prison. That's what's happening to you now. His truth is planting visions in your heart. Dreams that seem too big, but are exactly what He's calling you to. You're not just dreaming, you're seeing what's already yours. This vision changes how you move forward. You're not held back by fear of failure or doubt about what's possible. You're walking toward a future that God has already secured, a life that reflects His glory in every way. You're not just a dreamer, you're a doer, a chosen one, stepping into a vision that's as real as the ground beneath your feet. Stay with me because this truth is only growing stronger. Let's talk about the freedom this truth unlocks in your soul. God's message isn't just a whisper of encouragement. It's a key breaking open the chains that have held you back from living fully, boldly, unapologetically. You felt the weight of expectations, the pressure to conform, the tug of fear pulling you into a smaller version of yourself. But His truth is setting you free, releasing you to be the chosen one you were created to be, unshackled and unstoppable. This freedom isn't about doing whatever you want. It's about living in alignment with His purpose, moving through the world with a lightness that comes from knowing you're exactly where you're meant to be. The world tries to bind you with rules, doubts, and limitations. But God's insider update is a declaration that you're no longer bound. You're free to dream, to create, to step into spaces that others can't even imagine. Think of the Israelites standing at the edge of the Red Sea, trapped between an army and an impossible barrier. God's truth parted the waters, giving them a path to freedom no one saw coming. That's what's happening for you now. His message is carving a way through the obstacles in your life, showing you that what seemed impossible is not only possible, but already in motion. You're not trapped, you're free. This freedom changes how you see yourself. You're not a prisoner of your past, your mistakes, or the world's opinions. You're a chosen one, moving with the confidence of someone who knows their destiny. This truth is a step into a life where fear no longer calls the shots, where His purpose guides your every move. You're not just free, you're soaring. Let's talk about the joy this truth ignites in your heart. God's message isn't just a call to rise. It's an invitation to live with a lightness that bubbles up from deep within. The world can be heavy, draining your energy with its demands and distractions. But His truth is a wellspring filling you with a joy that doesn't depend on circumstances. A happiness that flows from knowing you're held by the Creator. This joy isn't fleeting or tied to what's going right. It's a deep, unshakable delight that comes from aligning with His plan. You've known moments of happiness before, but this is different. It's a joy that radiates, that spills over into every part of your life. It's in the way you laugh, the way you connect with others, the way you face challenges with a smile. Knowing God's truth is your strength. Think of David dancing before the Ark of the Covenant, unashamed and full of joy. The world judged him, but he didn't care. His heart was fixed on God's truth, and that truth set his spirit free. That's the joy you're stepping into now. It's a celebration of who you are, of what God's doing in you, of the life He's calling you to live. You're not just surviving. You're dancing through this season. This joy draws people to you. They see it in your eyes, hear it in your voice, feel it in your presence. It's not just happiness. It's a testimony, a living proof that God's truth brings life in abundance. You're not just carrying joy. You're spreading it, lighting up rooms, lifting up hearts, showing the world what it looks like when a chosen one embraces their calling. Let's talk about the wisdom this truth pours into your mind. God's message isn't just a spark of inspiration. It's a deep well of understanding, giving you insight that cuts through the noise of the world. You've faced moments where decisions felt overwhelming, where the right path seemed hidden. But His insider update is sharpening your discernment, helping you see what's true, what's lasting, what's aligned with His purpose. This wisdom isn't about knowing everything. It's about knowing what matters, seeing through the distractions, and making choices that lead to life. The world bombards you with opinions, trends, and fleeting priorities. But God's truth gives you a clarity that anchors your decisions. You're not swayed by every voice. You're guided by the one who sees the end from the beginning. Think of Solomon, gifted with wisdom that astonished kings and queens. His understanding didn't just solve problems. It built a legacy, shaped a nation, and glorified God. That's the kind of wisdom you're receiving now. His truth is teaching you to navigate life with purpose, to make choices that build, to see opportunities where others see dead ends. You're not just wise, you're divinely guided. This wisdom changes how you move through the world. You're not reacting out of impulse or fear. You're responding with insight, with a calm assurance that comes from knowing God's truth is your guide. People notice it the way you handle challenges, the way you see solutions, the way you carry a quiet confidence that's rooted in divine understanding. You're a chosen one, and this wisdom is your crown. Let's talk about the courage this truth plants in your bones. God's message isn't just a promise. It's a call to stand tall, to face the unknown with a fire in your chest that no fear can extinguish. You've known moments of doubt, times when the world's weight made you question your strength. But His truth is fueling a boldness that pushes you to act, to speak, to step into spaces where you were once afraid to go. This courage isn't reckless or loud. It's steady, rooted in the certainty that God is with you. The world might try to intimidate you, to make you feel small or unprepared, but His insider update is a reminder that you're not stepping out alone. You're backed by the Creator of the universe. You're not just facing challenges, you're overcoming them, claiming victories that were always meant to be yours. Think of Gideon, a man who saw himself as the least, yet God called him a mighty warrior. His courage didn't come from himself. It came from God's truth, transforming him into a leader who changed history. That's what's happening to you now. His message is turning your fears into faith, your hesitations into action, your doubts into a boldness that shakes the ground you walk on. This courage changes how you face the world. You're not shrinking from opportunities or hiding from challenges. You're stepping forward, knowing that every battle you face is already won in the spiritual realm. You're not just a chosen one. You're a warrior armed with God's truth, ready to claim every promise He's made. Stay with me, because this truth is building something unstoppable in you. Let's talk about the vision this truth carves into your future. God's message isn't just a moment of clarity. It's a telescope, showing you a horizon filled with possibilities you've never dared to claim. You've walked through seasons where the path seemed narrow, where dreams felt out of reach, where the world told you to settle. But His truth is expanding your view, revealing a destiny so vast it takes your breath away. A life where every step aligns with His grand design. This vision isn't a vague hope or a distant fantasy. It's a divine promise etched into your spirit, showing you what's already yours in the spiritual realm. The world might try to shrink your expectations, to make you believe your dreams are too big. But God's insider update is a call to see beyond the limits, to imagine a life where abundance, purpose, and impact are your reality. You're not just dreaming. You're seeing what He's prepared for you. Think of Isaiah, who saw the Lord high and lifted up, a vision that transformed him from a man of doubt to a prophet of fire. That glimpse of God's glory gave him the courage to speak, to lead, to change the course of history. That's what this truth is doing for you now. It's showing you a future where you're not just surviving, you're thriving, shaping the world with every choice you make. This vision changes how you plan your life. You're not making decisions based on fear or scarcity anymore. You're building toward a future that reflects His promises. A life where every move is guided by divine foresight. People will see it in you. The way your eyes light up with purpose. The way you carry a certainty that comes from knowing God's truth is your map. You're a chosen one, and this vision is your guide. Let's talk about the healing this truth brings to your wounds. God's message isn't just a call to rise. It's a balm soothing the scars of your past, mending the broken places in your heart. You've carried pain, regrets, moments that left you feeling less than whole. But His truth is flowing into those cracks, filling them with light, turning your wounds into testimonies of His grace and power. This healing isn't just emotional or spiritual. It's tangible, touching every part of your being. The world might try to remind you of old hurts, to keep you trapped in cycles of shame or fear. But God's insider update is breaking those cycles, showing you that your past doesn't define you, His love does. You're not just healing, you're becoming whole, radiant with the beauty of a soul restored by divine truth. Think of the man at the pool of Bethesda waiting for years for a miracle. Jesus' words didn't just heal his body, they restored his hope, his purpose, his life. That's what God's truth is doing for you now. It's reaching into the deepest parts of your story, mending what was broken and setting you free to walk in fullness. You're not just a survivor, you're a masterpiece reshaped by His hand. This healing changes how you see yourself. You're not carrying the weight of old wounds anymore. You're standing taller, speaking bolder, living freer because God's truth has made you whole. People will notice it. The way your presence carries peace, The way your smile reflects a heart that's been restored. You're not just healed. You're a living testimony of what His truth can do. Let's talk about the momentum this truth builds in your life. God's message isn't just a spark. It's a force propelling you forward with a speed and purpose you've never known. You've had moments where life felt stagnant, where progress seemed slow, where every step was a struggle. But His truth is like wind in your sails, pushing you toward your destiny with a power that nothing can stop. This momentum isn't about rushing or striving. It's about moving in rhythm with His plan, letting His truth carry you where you're meant to go. The world might try to slow you down, to throw obstacles in your path, but God's insider update is clearing the way, aligning circumstances, people, and opportunities to keep you moving forward. You're not just walking, you're running toward His promises. Think of Peter stepping out of the boat to walk on water. The moment he trusted Jesus' word, he moved with a momentum that defied the laws of nature. That's what's happening to you now. God's truth is giving you the courage to step out, to move forward, to trust that the ground beneath you will hold. You're not just moving, you're unstoppable, carried by the force of His word. This momentum changes how you approach life. You're not hesitating or second-guessing anymore. You're acting with purpose, seizing opportunities, trusting that every step is part of His plan. People will see it, the way you move with confidence, the way you embrace challenges with a fire that can't be quenched. You're a chosen one, and this momentum is your proof that God's truth is alive in you. Let's talk about the legacy this truth is building. It's for generations. A seed planted in you that will grow into a tree of impact that shades the future. The world might try to keep you focused on the moment, on survival, on what's right in front of you. But His truth is lifting your eyes, showing you that your life is part of a bigger story, one that will echo long after you're gone. This legacy isn't about fame or recognition. It's about the lives you touch, the hope you inspire, the change you spark. Every choice you make in this truth, every act of faith, every moment you stand firm. It's a brick in a foundation that will stand for years to come. God's insider update is showing you that you're not just living for yourself. You're building something eternal. Think of Abraham, whose faith in God's promise birthed a nation. His obedience didn't just change his life. It shaped the course of history, fulfilling God's plan through generations. That's what's happening through you now. His truth is planting seeds in your life that will grow into a legacy of faith, love, and impact. You're not just a chosen one. You're a cornerstone, a foundation for what's to come. This legacy changes how you see your purpose. You're not just making decisions for today. You're shaping the future, your courage, your faith, your trust in His truth. It's creating a ripple effect that will touch lives you may never meet. People will look to your story, your strength, your journey, and find hope to carry on. You're not just living. You're leaving a mark that will shine for generations. Stay with me, because this truth is only growing deeper. Let's talk about the light. This truth pours into your darkness. God's message isn't just a guide. It's a beacon, cutting through the shadows that have tried to dim your spirit. You've walked through nights where hope felt faint, where doubts loomed large, where the world's weight seemed to swallow your spark. But His truth is a flame, igniting the places in your soul that felt cold, showing you that no darkness can withstand the power of His word. This light isn't just a fleeting glow. It's a steady, unquenchable fire that burns brighter with every step you take in His truth. The world might try to cast shadows to make you feel small or lost. But God's insider update is a reminder that you carry His light within you. You're not just pushing back the darkness, you're transforming it, turning fear into faith, despair into determination, and pain into purpose. Think of the prophet Jeremiah, called to speak truth in a time of exile and despair. His words were a light to a nation lost in darkness, a reminder that God's promises never fail. That's what this truth is doing in your life now. It's illuminating your path, revealing the hope that's always been there, showing you that even in your darkest moments, His light is guiding you forward. This light changes how you carry yourself. You're not hiding anymore, not shrinking from the world's gaze. You're shining, reflecting His truth in every word, every action, every choice. People see it the way your presence brings warmth, the way your faith cuts through their doubts. You're not just a chosen one. You're a lighthouse guiding others through their storms with the light of His truth. Let's talk about the alignment this truth brings to your life. God's message isn't just a call to action. It's a divine recalibration, bringing every part of your existence into harmony with His plan. You felt moments of disconnection, where your heart, mind, and action seemed out of sync. But His truth is like a tuning fork, setting everything in your life to the right frequency, aligning you with your purpose. This alignment isn't about perfection. It's about moving in rhythm with His will, letting His truth guide your decisions, your relationships, your dreams. The world might pull you in 1,000 directions, but God's insider update is centering you, showing you where to focus, what to prioritize, how to live in a way that reflects His glory. You're not scattered anymore. You're whole, moving with purpose. Think of the apostles gathered in the upper room, waiting for the Holy Spirit. When it came, their lives aligned with God's mission, turning ordinary men into world changers. That's what's happening to you now. His truth is aligning your gifts, your passions, your steps with His divine plan. You're not just living, you're flowing, moving in sync with the Creator's design. This alignment changes how you approach challenges. You're not fighting against the current anymore. You're moving with it, trusting that every step, every obstacle, every moment is part of His perfect plan. People notice it. The way you handle life with grace, the way you stay grounded no matter what comes. You're a chosen one, and this alignment is your strength, your peace, your power. Let's talk about the boldness this truth sparks in your actions. God's message isn't just a whisper. It's a trumpet calling you to step out with courage that shakes the ground beneath you. You've had moments where fear held you back, where playing it safe felt easier than taking a risk. But His truth is fueling a fire in you, pushing you to act, to speak, to move in ways that defy the world's expectations. This boldness isn't about being loud or reckless. It's about trusting His truth so deeply that you're unafraid to stand out, to take the leap, to claim what's yours. The world might try to keep you quiet, to make you doubt your voice, but God's insider update is giving you the courage to speak, to create, to lead. You're not just stepping forward, you're charging toward your destiny. Think of Esther, stepping into the king's court, uninvited, risking her life to save her people. Her boldness came from knowing God's truth was with her, giving her the strength to act. That's what's burning in you now. His message is pushing you to take risks, to trust His plan, to move with a courage that changes everything. You're not just a chosen one, you're a force unstoppable in His truth. This boldness changes how you face the world. You're not waiting for permission or approval anymore. You're acting with the authority of someone who knows their calling, who trusts their God, who believes in the truth He's risking everything to share. People see it the way you move with purpose, the way you refuse to back down. You're not just bold, you're a living declaration of His power. Let's talk about the restoration this truth brings to your life. God's message isn't just a promise, it's a rebuilding, taking the broken pieces of your past and crafting them into something beautiful. You've known loss, failure, moments when life seemed to crumble, but His truth is a master builder, piecing together every fragment, turning your story into a masterpiece of grace and redemption. This restoration isn't just about fixing what's broken. It's about creating something new, something stronger, something that reflects His glory. The world might try to remind you of what you've lost, but God's insider update is showing you what you've gained. A life rebuilt on His promises, a heart restored by His love, a future redeemed by His truth. You're not just surviving, you're being made new. Think of Job, who lost everything yet saw God restore it all and more. His faith in God's truth turned devastation into abundance, proving that nothing is too broken for the Creator to rebuild. That's what's happening in your life now. His message is restoring your hope, your strength, your dreams, turning your pain into a testimony of His faithfulness. This restoration changes how you see your story. You're not defined by what you've lost or what went wrong. You're defined by what He's doing, by the way. He's weaving every moment into a tapestry of purpose. People notice it the way you carry peace where pain once lived, the way you shine with a strength that only comes from restoration. You're a chosen one, and this truth is making you whole. Stay with me because this truth is only growing stronger. Let's talk about the purpose. This truth awakens in your core. God's message isn't just a spark. It's a compass pointing you toward a calling that's been etched into your soul since the beginning. You've had moments where life felt aimless, where you wondered if your days were adding up to something greater. But His truth is igniting a sense of mission, a clarity that every step you take is part of a divine plan bigger than you can see. This purpose isn't about chasing fleeting goals or worldly success. It's about living for something eternal, something that ripples through time and touches lives beyond your own. The world might try to distract you with noise or pull you toward empty pursuits, but God's insider update is anchoring you to a calling that's unshakable. You're not just wandering. You're walking a path carved out by the Creator Himself. Think of Moses standing before a burning bush, called to lead a nation when he felt unworthy. God's truth gave him purpose, turning a shepherd into a deliverer. That's what's stirring in you now. His message is awakening a mission in your heart, showing you that every struggle, every gift, every moment has been leading you to this. You're not just a chosen one. You're a vessel for His divine work. This purpose changes how you move through life. You're not just going through the motions anymore. Every decision, every interaction, every dream carries weight because it's tied to His plan. People see it the way your life has direction, the way your actions reflect a deeper meaning. You're not just living, you're fulfilling a purpose that shakes the heavens and the earth. Let's talk about the confidence this truth builds in your spirit. God's message isn't just a promise. It's a foundation, giving you a certainty that steadies your every step.